Welcome, welcome. I hope you all have been having a fantastic time in the event so far. Just for quick intros for myself, my name is Meaghan Sullivan. I am the Customer Programs Marketing Lead for Google Workspace. Probably why I had such technical difficulties with Zoom today. That's my Google Meet joke of the day. Welcome to my session at CustomerX Con 2020. My session is all about Superfans, which I think very nicely fits and is in line with the CustomerX Con theme of superheroes, which all of us very much are, but so are our customers, right? So we'll dive into what I hope you take away from today's session in a moment. And I had planned for maybe some intros and some icebreakers, but maybe we'll just dive right in and hopefully have the opportunity for some discussion as we go. So quickly, like I mentioned, we'll dive into what a customer champion and superfan looks like, how to build a superfan, and most importantly, how to nurture them, maintain a co-marketing relationship and partnership with these customers. Along the way, we'll hopefully discuss why advocacy is so important, how to approach advocacy at your organizations, and remind ourselves that customer advocacy is a two-way street, value in, value out. And I hope you can walk away from today's session with some takeaways about identifying, recruiting, and finally nurturing advocates into longtime superfans that advocate on behalf of your organizations without you even asking them. So we were going to have 40 minutes today. So I hope we can get everything in, and I hope we can have some discussion as well as we go through each one of those sections we discussed. But first, I want to kind of dive into, before we dive into recruiting and nurturing into super fandom, I want to touch on the foundation of customer advocacy and marketing. And for me, the foundation is made up of the golden rule and some core customer marketing and advocacy tenets. So customer reference marketing and advocacy is a two-way street. Both you and your customer advocates should get value out of participating in marketing and reference activities, right? It's up to you, all of us customer-facing marketers, to understand how to bring value back to your customers, to our customers, and recognize and commit to delivering the value that the customer would like to achieve when partnering with us on these marketing activities. We work for our customers. Our customers do not work for us. This is the golden rule in customer reference marketing and advocacy. And later on in the session, we'll learn how to partner with our customers and turn them into superfans. And you'll hear about ways in which we can help them meet their own marketing goals and objectives, and how to clearly articulate both tangible and intangible value that customer reference marketers and advocacy activities can bring back to them and or their organizations. But first, as we keep going through this section about customer advocacy golden rules and customer advocacy tenets, I wanted to go over what the core customer advocacy tenets are for me and my organization. And I've kind of brought them with me, but they've really been pillars of our organization over here at Google Cloud and Google Workspace. So those are customer empathy, best-in-class exceptional customer experience, customer voice in everything that we do, listen to the voice of the customer, and surprise and delight our advocates. We like to operate in line with Simon Sinek's golden circle and value above all else the power of customer storytelling and customer empathy. The golden circle demonstrates that we must start with the why in storytelling and in showcasing our customer voice, and then we'll get to the what and the how, because people buy what you do. People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it, right? So why is the purpose and the cause, and how is the process and the actions, and what is then the results and the output. And of course, we all know these are core components of customer storytelling and how we can demonstrate business value in all that we do through our co-marketing activities. I like to add one more thing in this golden circle, which is the who. And if you have caught on in any of my past presentations around this topic, this may sound familiar, but who is doing all are the people and the persons doing all of these things with our organization, with our products, with our services. It's our customers, right? It's an organization teaming up with you. They have a vision and we are enabling it. And we should take the time and we should take that thinking a step further, because it's not just the organization that we're partnering with, but actual human beings who make up the who. So we'll add the who into in addition to the why and the what and the how when it comes to customer storytelling. So we have our golden rules. We have our golden circle. First and foremost, let's reflect on why we love Advocacy Champions so much. And this is possibly a repeat for things a lot of you all know already, but when we're addressing why Advocacy Champions, especially superfans, are so important and why building and nurturing superfans is worth the effort, we'll first and foremost have to think about references and how references have an 80 to 85% likelihood of influencing B2B purchasing decisions, according to Gartner. And only 18% of prospects trust the salespeople they work with during the sales process, while about 92% trust what they hear from a customer, according to the Harvard Business Review and Demand Metric. Word of mouth marketing is key when it comes to accelerating the sales cycle and building market awareness and customer trust. Customers are great, but you know what's better? Superfans. Superfans are not only top tier customers purchasing from you regularly, but they're evangelizing publicly, praising your brands and praising your products and services. Superfans help to drive enterprise momentum and are an authentic voice for industry and products and solution proof points. Superfans will advocate on behalf of our organization, possibly without even being asked. They might mention your organization in their earnings call and or reference you on their social media, maybe as people or as organizations on their own channels, in their blogs, etc. And because of the strategic co-marketing partnerships we build with these customers, we can lean on them to support our organizations and be first movers in partnering with high impact co-marketing activities that do indeed bring a lot of value back to us, but we hope it brings value back to them as well. These customers are more likely to share business impact metrics, which we love and we need in high impact content. And they're open to participating in PR and media and AR engagements that will bring value back to our organizations and brands. And they're open to participating also in those peer-to-peer activities, those sales reference calls, when asked and if they are able to, and so much more, right? We want them participating in the full journey of activities and really want to help provide them value and uncover what activities bring value back to them and their organization. Word of mouth marketing is key when it comes to accelerating the sales cycle and building market awareness and customer trust. And that's why having these superfans active and identified is so important. And this is one of my favorite sayings, and we'll kind of recap it at the end of the chat today. But when we say it, it's marketing. So when our marketing organizations put a campaign out there with our go-to-market strategy and messaging, it's just marketing. It's really amazing marketing. But when our customers say it, it's social proof. Anything that we say, our customers can say better, more credibly, more authentically, and more effectively. I think I'm stealing that directly from a SLAP 5 website. So it's just one of those things that I always keep in mind, and that inserting the customer voice into all that we do, especially with our superfans, is super important. So now let's take a look at what these customers look like and how we can turn a reference champion into a superfan. And apologies, sweeping through discussion because I still can't figure out the technical difficulties here. So identifying, recruiting, and nurturing all the way into superfans. And building a superfan is really building a partnership. I want to remind all of us that not all customers are references, right? Not every customer can be by policy. Not every customer has the capabilities or the bandwidth to participate as a reference. And that's okay. And we navigate around that. And we really try to nurture our customers into references whenever possible. But also it's good to keep in mind that not all references and not all advocacy champions are superfans. We'll map out how to nurture our customers, our customer champions into being superfans, and we'll dive deep into what our customer champion superfan should look like and how to build out a superfan, but most importantly, how to nurture and maintain co-marketing relationships and partnerships with these customers. To build a strong relationship with our customer and nurture them into superfans, there needs to be strong cross-functional interlock with your customer advocacy and marketing organization, with your product marketing organization, maybe industry marketing, of course, sales, and additional stakeholders to the field, and of course, leadership buy-in. And we really want to make sure that that cross-functional interlock are ingrained in the foundation of our best practices, because we need cross-functional support when ensuring that we're hitting on those core customer advocacy tenets that we discussed earlier, and nurturing and maintaining advocate superfans. They'll also help us to measure success and help us to report superfan activity. So superfans are our brand's top tier customer base, right? They are a true fan of our brands, and sure, they love what we do, but it's really more than that. They love how we do it, and they're invested in our success. Our success is their success, and vice versa. They want us to stay around, and as such, because they love our product, and it helps to make them successful, it helps to make their organization successful. So in turn, they're hopefully going to do their part to help share awareness about our brand, maybe through their social networks, maybe by participating in our co-marketing activities that we bring forth to them. Superfans help to drive enterprise momentum and an authentic voice for our industry and product solution proof points, as I mentioned earlier. They'll advocate on our behalf, and we're building out strategic co-marketing partnerships with these customers, they're more likely to participate in our high impact co-marketing activities that really help us to drive our business messaging. And they're also helping us in our sales enablement activities that help us to accelerate the sales cycle and close deals faster, to create that flywheel effect of customer marketing and referencing. And those superfans are very often the ones that we can go to and essentially are a bench of advocates that are super supportive of our brand and want to help to make us successful, and they see the success that's in it for them as well. Now, as we're looking at these customers and what they look like, how can we turn these champions into superfans? And before we turn a customer into a superfan, we might be surprised on how many superfans we already have in our arsenal, right? And we don't even know it yet. A superfan, they're an active reference account with more than one champion, right? That is willing and open and able to participate in marketing activities and assets when available. These customers are often our customer advisory board members. Maybe they're beta and alpha testers, longtime customers, or they have more than one use case deployed, right? We want to make sure they're really using our products and services, and they're showing impact results. It's fantastic to have a new customer close a deal and do a press release with them, but very often we see our superfans are those that are deployed. They're seeing results. They are committed to the continued success of our partnership, and they want to help to amplify that because it helps amplify their success as well. These customers are, again, as I mentioned before, they're advocating without being asked. They're proactively coming to our organization with ideas for marketing and collaboration and more. And here are some additional indicators and how we can identify these superfans. Very often they're big spenders. This might seem like the most obvious indicator, but we're not just talking about dollars or how big their deals are. Budding superfans spend more than just they spend more than just money or more than just the contract on our brand, right? They spend time. So who are those time spenders? They spend time talking, they spend time sharing, they spend time, really just sharing their excitement and advocating for our brand and for the products and services that they're using every day that make them and their organization successful. And they're likely spending time across multiple channels and platforms, right? They're attending your events, or they're showing up at your booth at trade shows. They're participating in blogs, they're interacting with your social media, they're active in your advocacy communities that you all have been building. or they're active in communities around in the industry and interacting with your brand and highlighting your brand in those third-party areas as well. They engage with you a lot online, right? Especially these days, we're spending so much of our time interacting online, virtually, and we want to kind of keep an eye on those customer champions and advocates that are engaging a lot with us online, because that's an indicator of a super fan. Between social media, we have our traditional platforms, Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn. We have more growth happening on TikTok and Instagram, and we really just have a lot of opportunities for our customers to engage with us online, as well as our homegrown sites, right? Our customers have so many opportunities to engage with you, and they'll engage with us on all of our platforms possibly, but we want to make sure we're keeping an eye out for where our customers are engaging with us and how often. And it's not uncommon for our customers to have a preferred platform, and let's pay attention to that and try to interact with them and engage with them on those preferred platforms as well. And finally, they're likely already creating content on our behalf, right? Our fans in our advocacy marketing programs, they're participating in the campaigns that we're asking them to participate in, likely, right? Maybe blogs written by our organizations, or case studies, or customer testimonials, but maybe they're already making content on our behalf that we don't know about. Maybe their organizations have a blog and they're blogging about their journey with our organizations. Maybe they have their own blog, or they're interacting in third-party sites. So we should be checking for brand-specific hashtags. We should be looking for our brand with special location tags, and we should really be checking out our brand on industry-related tags as well, because these budding super fans, they're already doing so much, and we want to identify them and bring them into the community and lift them up and have them participate in even more activities where we can bring value back to them as individuals and their organization. So superfans, they don't just happen. They're a product of a system, which is fantastic, right? We want to be able to build the right systems and have the right systems in place so that we can predictably create super fandom at scale. And like I mentioned before, not every customer is going to be a super fan, but that's okay. And and some of us might be thinking that's okay too, because a lot of us have very limited bandwidth and limited resources, and we really want to get focused on, when we are committing resources to specific customer advocates, to building long-term co-marketing partnerships with them, that we're really investing in those super fans. So to nurture a traditional customer reference champion into a super fan, we should recognize that the customer meets a lot of the criteria we discussed above. We want to identify that a customer displays the behavior of a potential super fan that we've identified, and we've built out a specific systematic criteria. And the customer reference manager or advocacy lead should work with the account teams and really understand the organization's goals for partnering with our organization, and what value that they might be able to get out of being a reference, or what value they've gotten out of being a reference in the past, and build on that, right? Because we're nurturing from champion to super fan. During these exercises, we're learning from the account teams, we're learning from the customer, and we're building out a co-marketing plan so that we can commit to delivering value over time, and really building out a partnership with all of the things that we can work on together, so that they understand that this is a two-way street, and it also isn't just a one and done reference. We're committed the same way that you're committed to our organization to spending money with us and using our products and services over time. Hey customer, hey superfan, we're committed to you to showcasing how you're innovating through our channels over time. And we really want to show that two-way street of commitment. And we really we should be helping the customer to understand that value. We should help them to understand the value that marketing brings and deliver that value back through co-marketing activities, requests that we bring to the customer month over month. And we want to ask questions. We want to listen to the customer and show them, that we hear them, and show them that we care. And again, because this is not for every single customer, we can really prioritize and get focused on how we're spending our resources and time with this limited subset of our superfan customers. So we really want to maximize our superfan creating efforts. We want to focus on already engaged audiences, individuals that are taking additional efforts to stay connected and engage with our brand beyond just making the purchase. We really want to build a sense of community, and we want to build a sense of partnership and that two-way street, or we're actually building an actual community of superfans, which many of you have already been doing with fantastic platforms that are out there today. And we really want to rally these advocates and superfans around our brands, but we have to enable them to do that. So we have to create the campaigns, the events, the activities, and the opportunity for them to enable them to continue doing what they're doing at scale. We want to allow our customers really to connect with our brand, but also each other. And that's why community is extremely important for these superfans, because we want them to interact and exchange ideas with each other as well. So really thinking about how can I create an opportunity for my superfans to exchange with each other. And that's why things like customer advisory boards or meetups specifically for superfans are a really great idea, because it gives them that opportunity to learn from each other, but also, again, be recognized for being superfans and for being experts in their space. We want to have conversations with them. We want to have conversations with their community. And once we started inviting these engaged customers into our community, we could begin having conversations with them and learning from them. Their conversations are this magic opportunity to really make our superfans feel appreciated and feel heard, but also to learn from them, how are they interacting with our products and services? And again, this brings value back to our organization, because we can share that with our product organizations as well. We can share that with sales and continue to bring value back to our organization while also bringing value back to our superfans. So we want to keep them superfans. We want to nurture and we want to maintain. So best practices should be implemented with all of our superfans in order to maintain them and grow their super fandom. So this means regular cadences with our customer champions or their organizations. And we really want to have this partnership that I keep mentioning. Customer marketing and advocacy teams should advocate internally for these superfans to ensure that we're providing the best possible experience for these customers when we interact with them, when it comes to their participation in marketing activities. A customer reference and advocacy team should help to educate these internal stakeholders on this customer's policies as well, so that we're showing that we respect them and that we hear them, and then we're not going to ask them to do things that we know might violate their policy or overextend them, or for them to get reference fatigue. We really want to ensure we're bringing these high impact marketing opportunities to our customers to ensure that we are fulfilling our promise of delivering continued value back, both to the customer organization and the individual champions that we have been nurturing into superfans. And this also all of this means providing value beyond the sale, right? We really want to ensure that these customers continue to be customers, but we want to bring value to them from, before we ask them for, before we ask them to participate in activities, before we ask them to be a peer-to-peer, we want to make sure we're providing value back to them. And that's why providing them the opportunity to share, providing them the opportunity to provide feedback and participate in community. This is the goal, right? That we're bringing a little bit of that customer delight. We're taking the time to bring a little bit of joy into this partnership and this relationship, and really just show their customers that we care about them and not just about how much that they're spending with us. Now, I know I've just hit about 4:45, and I know, Dana, that you all have the customer award ceremony planned for 5 p.m. So I'm just going to scroll down to a quick recap of some of the things that we've learned today. And I hope to follow up with you all on some of the things that I did not get to yet. And again, thank you so much for being patient with us as I quickly scroll through this presentation. So what I want to remind all of us is, whether we're in a B2B or a B2C organization, whether we're in a B2B or a B2C organization, a customer community can be, and I believe is, the foundational element of building brand strength. Customer communities, they engage and and they engage and nurture our customers, and highly engaged customers grow into loyal advocates and superfans. Our companies have amazing products and solutions. However, we have to prove ourselves day in and day out, and a community of loyal customers and superfans that believe in our organizations and trust us represents an enormous opportunity for all of our brand's growth and business gains. Advocacy and customer loyalty is a two-way street. We need to listen to our customer community needs, seek insights, and bring value back to our customer with each customer marketing activity. Meeting the customer community needs will translate into engaged customers. Meeting the superfans' needs will translate into engaged superfans. And again, highly engaged customers translate into business gains and reveal opportunities to strengthen or grow our market position of our organization and help us bring value back to our organizations, while again bringing value back to our customers as well and creating that flywheel effect. This all sounds fantastic, right? But we cannot achieve any of this without consistently delivering value back to the customer and instilling trust. Not all customers are references. Not all references and advocacy champions are superfans. A marketing organization can build compelling campaigns and publish fantastic content, but without our customers, and as I mentioned above, when we say it without our customers, it's just marketing, and when our customers say it, it's social proof. How can we take our customer's voice and turn our marketing into more credible, more authentic, and more effective marketing? And I'll leave you with a simple but effective framework that I learned from the CMO over at Atlassian. Know your customer, show them that you know them, show them that you care, and that's how you can continue to build super fandom. So I know, again, we're over time here. Thank you so much. I hope that you all learned a little bit out of this chat today. I'm happy to have follow-up so we can have further discussion, because I know I wasn't able to enable you all to chat, but I hope to have discussions with you all offline. And I hope you all had a little bit of insight into how we think about building and identifying superfans over here at Google Workspace. So thank you all, and enjoy the rest of CustomerX Con 2022.